Man, I remember one time. I remember like back in like what 2011, no, like 2012, 2013, when the whole NSA thing was really growing and Edward Snowden was really laying down some information that was really important. And I was like, man, I think this is important. I'm writing about it. I'm discussing the issue. You know what this one chick told me, man? Like to my face, she was like, nobody gives a fuck about the NSA. I was like, okay. But my first thought, I'm looking at her, I'm like, bitch, you ugly. Shut the fuck up. But second off, she right. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. Don't nobody give a fuck about that. Don't nobody give a fuck about the NSA, how they're spying more on us, the fact that they illegally spied on us. Don't nobody give a fuck about illegal wiretaps, the Fourth Amendment. Nobody gives a fuck about CISPA, what I'm about to talk about right now. Don't nobody give a fuck. Somebody needs to teach me their ways. Teach me how to not give a fuck about shit. Because that's what makes Americans great. Like, I must not be a true American because I give a fuck about shit too much. I'm like the rest of the world. I care about shit, man. Like, I care about enlightening people and trying to, like, talk about stuff that a lot of people may not hear about. Probably won't hear about by listening through mainstream media. But most people don't give a shit. Teach me how to not give a fuck, please. So, CISPA passed, which was a very controversial surveillance bill. It's a now check this name out, man. This CISPA bill is called the Cybersecurity Information Sharing Act of 2015. Now, this bill was a part of a whole package, a whole appropriations package. Now, let me let you know some of the stuff that was a part of the appropriations package to begin with. So, according to RT, the $680 million tax package includes tax breaks for college tuition, renewable energy, such as solar and wind power, and breaks for low-wage earners. The bill also includes troop pay raises and prohibits the transfer of Guantanamo Bay detainees to the United States. So, it's got a lot of good stuff in it. Like if you're a Democrat, it's got some good stuff in it. If you're a Republican, it's got some good stuff in it. But even Barack Obama was like, sometimes, that's compromise. We're not going to get everything we want. But it's easy for him to say when he doesn't have to deal with the consequences. When he's out of office, him and his family are protected as long as they shut the fuck up and don't talk. But me and you, let's even assume that you don't care. Because most people don't give a fuck about their privacy no more. So I'm saying I care about that shit. I'm one of the few people that does care about my privacy. So why should I have to give up my privacy because Barack Obama thinks it's okay to do that? It's got some good stuff in it, but I don't like the fact that Barack Obama is selling that. Oh, well, there's some good things in here, so I'm going to make it, harder for you to have your privacy. Now, let me go into what this bill, the surveillance bill, was about. So, the new law authorizes companies to share information about cyber threats with any federal entity. Now, what is a cyber threat? A cyber threat can be anything. It can be a political rival. So, a cyber threat, this is really opening the door, man. It authorizes companies to share information about cyber threats with any federal entity. Any company participating in the data sharing would be immune from consumer lawsuits. So even if they shared something and they violated something, they would be able to do that without any lawsuits coming from the consumer. So it says it right here. It's not protecting consumers. It's not protecting you and me. Again, fuck it. Let's say you don't care about that. I'm talking about me. I care about it. So it ain't protecting me. What the fuck? Once the Department of Homeland Security has all the pertinent details, they could be passed along to the FBI and NSA for further investigation and potentially legal action. So they can take legal action against me. Again, let's assume you don't give a fuck. Because most of y'all don't give a fuck. So let's assume that. But I'm talking about me. They can take legal action against me, but I can't take legal action against them if they deem me a cyber threat. Now I could think differently politically. Even by me doing this video could get me in trouble and deem me a cyber threat in the future. And I would not be able to have a lawsuit against them. And I think another interesting point is recently the FBI, talked a lot about the FBI in here, right? The FBI, there's a shooting in San Bernardino, California. So it had a male and a female suspect. And at first the FBI said that they went on social media to discuss their extreme ideologies and jihadism. But then it comes back out later that they actually did not communicate that through Facebook. But at first, when the FBI said that, Donald Trump is using that, and Republican candidates were using that, and other establishment candidates, even, I'm sure the Democrats were thinking about it. They were thinking about ways to, get rid of encryption techniques, make it easier for companies to give over information on social media sites to users that the government deems controversial. And that's exactly what's going on right now. But the FBI ended up retracting that statement about the San Bernardino shooters, like I said, and they figured out, and they basically said that, they didn't basically say, they did say that these guys were not communicating on Facebook. Even though Republican candidates already took a hold of that, they snatched that and they said, okay, we need to shut down social media now. We need to make social media, a place where it's more and more regulated because they're connecting it to ISIS. So all this, man, is playing like a huge part, in this big game, man, in this very complicated thing. And it's all starting to look like, man, with this whole ISIS thing, man, in the shootings, people aren't thinking straight, man. They just passed this bill, man, and this is huge. So I don't know, man. I don't even know what to say no more, man. Shit.